Rico with Greg Olson. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. And we are underway here in Atlanta. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35.
Gonna throw right away. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab.
And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
They'll go play action now with Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he will score. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right to the air. It's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35.
They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Linebacker Troy Anderson there to make the play.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
180.
They send Godwin in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Forced to his right. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 37 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Kings. Pistol.
Baker gonna give it to Irving. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Hey, alert 33. 180. Point it right. Regular. Done.
Right back to Irving. And the Bucs are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That one to the sideline is over everybody, but now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. The task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Mayfield. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes fourth and goal. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Bucs are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. Like you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Devin Tompkins on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go! A tremendous return. He's already got him in field goal range.
All right, so if you're going to be a kick returner in the National Football League, you need these two things. Balance, vision, and yes, speed doesn't hurt too much either. And all 3 of those were evident there. I mean, what a return that was to set his guys up, starting this drive inside the red zone.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Penix. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Now, folks, on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons extend their advantage to 14-3.
Falcons 14. Buccaneers 3.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2.
The Bucs take over first and 10. Their own 18-yard line.
Mayfield to throw on first and 10. Now he'll run it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
He'll swing this out wide to Irving. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 6. They send Godwin in motion. On second down, Baker. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Give to Robinson from the pistol. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
18
From the gun, here is Penix. Taken in by Dotson. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5. They'll go again with Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Now, this looks like a design run. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll take this one in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. Folk now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Falcons move out to a 21-3 advantage. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. It's Cotton in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pick up a 17 and a very quick first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
On first down is Mayfield. Open man downfield. That's Godwin. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. An even 40 yards. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Now Mayfield. He's got it at the 7. To the goal line and in. Emeka Egbuka. Touchdown, Tampa. For Egbuka, 26 total touchdowns in Ohio State. And now the rookie has number 1 in the NFL.
Makes the score, Falcons 21.
Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
Another run here for Robinson. Down the sideline, past the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here is the option, running right. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
70 Lion! 70 Lion! Trap 60!
From the gun, it's Penix. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. On third down, Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. Timeout here in Tampa Bay. That is their second as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on fourth down. That'll be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit. Here's Mayfield. Out to his right. He's got it at about the 8. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot.
That one taken in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Buccaneer. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. Throwing now, Penix on first down. And he's downfield to the tight end Pitts. Now a timeout. That's their first, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And the lefty Penix on first down. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be. Because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
We'll go play action now with Penix. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
To throw again, it's Penix. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta. Folks, extra point is good. And the Falcons add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. 4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. To throw is Mayfield. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Point it right. Hey, alert 33. 180.
Back to the air. It's Mayfield. That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. That is incomplete. The throw took him out of bounds, and it will be third down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. That's
going to be fielded back at the 5. And And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's the lefty Penix. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2nd and 10. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And he'll be taken down around the 29-yard line.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest game.
Brings up 4th down. The veteran Jake Bailey called on to punt.
It's 4th down.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit. Like, there was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short game.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Mayfield. That is brought in by Ibuka. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And a much better result here. Give him 7, and it sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
On play action, Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Falcons, 1st down.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd down and 9.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Looking to throw, it's Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Tyke Smith. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown.
always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it.
And now you get the pick six, and right on the heels of that, the offense comes out to go for two. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful two-point conversion.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up two fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Robinson. And he gets this up close to the 40. Zion McCollum there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
They're going to go play action with Penix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Atlanta.
At the 45-yard line.
A give, and here comes Robinson. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Mikey Smith there on the stop.
A gain of 2.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Plant. It's Penix. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down.
And the Falcons, 1st down.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. 2nd and 7. Penix now off the bootleg. He's got it at the 3. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. Now, folks, on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Buccaneers, 25.
After the touchdown, out is Polk to kick this one away. Here's Gainwell to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On play action, Mayfield. That's caught downfield by Diggs. And he's going to take this one all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chase
Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Penix. Open receiver is Dodson. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Penix on 3rd down. That's complete. He's got it to London. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Falcons, 1st down.
From the gun, here is Penix. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down. They'll run. This is Tyler Goodson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Folks, extra point is good. And the Falcons tack on one more to their lead.
42. Buccaneers, 32.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
The ball's out. It's scooped up by the Falcons. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Here's Gainwell to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's first down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's got the connection there to Ibuka. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a first down.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Hey, alert! Hey, alert 33. Watch out!
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Forced out wide. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given. And now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12.